One of the most beautiful hymns that's probably played quite a bit at funerals is Amazing Grace. The last line of that hymn says, "When we've been there 10,000 years, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun." You know, that sums up quite a bit of what God's grace is all about. And it's even more beautiful when you know what the hymn writer went through. John Newton, that wrote those words, didn't start out his life as a minister in the Anglican Church. He started out as a slave trader. He was a captain of a slave ship. And one night in a storm, he had a great turning in his faith. And that during that storm, those words became very real to him of God's grace, his amazing grace, and it changed who he was. He changed from a life of sin and grace and turned to grace. And, you know, it's a journey of unearned grace that we all go through when we turn to Jesus Christ. It's in that journey of unearned grace that John Newton wrote these words, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares I have already come. 'Tis grace that's brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home." You know, those verses tell us that, you know, our life is going to be filled with dangers and toils, and, you know, it's not going to be a bed of roses. Are you dragging along a lot of guilt and baggage of your past? Leave it there. Leave it there at the foot of the cross. There is no sin too great that will ever disqualify you from God's grace and God's forgiveness. There's no sin that is too great to disqualify you from God's love and God's amazing grace. It's there for the taking. All you have to do is simply accept it.